All right, this is basically a winter solstice garden tour, or just an update, but it's actually Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2023. Just gonna show a few updates real quick. So kind of planning out this front yard area. You can see we took out our big plumeria tree, which we stopped watering for the last year and was basically not really doing anything, and it was gonna come out eventually. So dug that all out, which was quite a bit of work. You can see we exposed the end of one of the sprinkler lines right here. There's also, I just have all the branches here so no one falls in and dies. There's also this like old light electrical outlet thing which goes underground, I'm assuming all the way to the house. I'm gonna take that out, not sure if it even works, but just kind of in the way. We'll eventually plant something here. Kind of planning for this whole area, citrus trees and then one avocado tree at the end. This nectarine tree is probably gonna come out. I've almost fully decided to take it out. It's grown quite a bit since we've been here for the last a little over a year. We actually got several small nectarines off of it. Did not really water it or fertilize it. I'm sure it would grow good nectarines, but we already have plenty of stone fruit in the back, and our main sewer line does run right along here and then through the front yard out to the street. And I wanted to plant some fruit trees here in the ground, but I'm kind of scared, so I think I'm just gonna do large pots. So this one's gonna get dug out. We had what the previous owners called a perfume tree right there. Just had like nice smelling, what were they? They were white flowers, but useless to us. I mean, it was nice, but we're gonna get some food production going here. Our corn is super weak. Barely gets any sun this time of the year. It just happens to be perfect time of the day right now. It's 10 a.m. It's probably is only getting like 2 to 3 tops hours of sun through the day, so mostly stunted. Actually getting a few heads of corn starting to form. We'll see how good those are. I'm not expecting much. I think I already showed we set up all the drip irrigation. So it goes here, along here, and it's all messy right now. Yeah, this is just all a work in progress. So this is all ugly. There were two small plumeria trees right there as well that I took out. I think I'm gonna plant like vegetables, like tomatoes and stuff there this season, but eventually we'll put permanent things there. Maybe some fruit trees, maybe some guavas. I'm not sure, we'll see. So yeah, this is gonna come out. This is all coming out. So we're gonna be planting up some new, probably mostly citrus in this area this winter and spring. All right, let's go to the backyard real quick. So my last update was right before we left on our 3-week trip to Japan and South Korea, and we came back and things had grown really well. All of this doesn't look good because this is all berries and figs and things that are losing their leaves in the winter. So this is all sad, but it's all on drip. This is the final wheelbarrow of dirt from the big pile that was back here from digging out all the grass. You can see all the fig trees have basically lost all of their leaves. They'll be back in the spring. Actually, these are 4 new ones I just planted about 6 weeks ago, I think, and they're looking good. Excited for especially this one, number 187 we tasted, and it's been the best one we've tasted. We have our 4 avocado trees again, the Kona Charwell, I think that's the reed. Yep. We have the gem, which will be planted probably in the next couple months in the ground. And then we have the Pinkerton, which is the tallest so far. I think this will go in a pot out front near the front door. More figs that have lost all their leaves. Some berries that are dying. These are the lemon guava, which we've actually got quite a few of. These are still pretty green. Wow, that's like a cluster of 10 right there. There's a couple in the back. These are smaller than some of the ones we've had, but the dang possums, and also I'm pretty sure raccoons that I've been seeing around have been eating them. There's one that's kind of ripening. I've been using these organza bags. These are some bigger ones, but they've been pulling this tree over the last week and eating them through the organza bags. So I don't know, I need to figure out something to keep them away. Kind of frustrating, but it's okay. More berry plants. Got our thyme and our rosemary, which we've been using a lot in winter cooking. More fig trees losing their leaves. 1, 2, 3 grapevines, which are dead at this point. Oh wait, no, that was a berry. So 1, 2, 3 grapevines. The yellow and passion fruit, which is losing its leaves. Didn't know it would lose its leaves. Our green one on the other side is not. We have our red guava. They call them the strawberry guava. I actually just harvested a bunch of those. Again, the possums and raccoons have been eating a lot of them, but I'm getting a few. This is by far our best harvest. They're kind of seedy, but they're pretty good. We have all of our blueberries, which this one right here is like totally blooming and putting on fruit. I don't know. This is the only one blooming and fruiting in the winter. I thought they did it more in the spring and summer, but this one is actually loaded with blooms and fruit. So, all right. So these beds we planted out before we left for our trip. We came back and everything had just exploded in growth. I've taken a lot of stuff out since, but there's still kind of a lot here. We have 2 Brussels sprouts, which I didn't really expect to do much, but they're actually kind of growing. No sign of Brussels yet. Maybe just slightly, but not really. We had some red onion seeds right here, seedlings, which have basically gotten trampled by, we keep having the raccoons and I think it's mostly the possum. He just gets up in here and digs around in the beds. There's like a big hole beneath the eggplant back there, digging for grubs. When we were gone real fast on our trip, we caught 2 or 3 raccoons. Like, they dug up this whole area of grass looking for grubs. It looks a little bit better now, but we came back and it was just like, that was dug up and this was dug up. You can see it's not really doing too well, and a few areas over there. Yeah, for like 2 or 3 nights they were just ravaging our yard. Anyway, so we've got some cabbage heads forming up pretty nicely. Some cauliflower. We've already harvested 3 heads of cauliflower, much bigger than this. This one grew much slower than the others, which is weird. Some cabbage. There was another cabbage here that got taken out. A bunch of arugula that we've been eating, but it's mostly bolting right now. There was a ton of arugula. The peas didn't really do much, but we're starting to get a few little peas. But yeah, I just wasn't here to put them up on the trellis, so they just kind of flopped over all over the place and didn't do well. These are looking like the best onion seedlings. These are the white seeds, or the white onions, sorry, and a couple of them getting pretty big. You can see they're just kind of not standing up quite straight. More cabbage. This is a big cabbage. Wow, this might be, that one's looking like it might be ready. But we've had quite a bit of the cabbage looper worms eating our brassicas. These broccoli are starting to form up pretty good. So it was pretty good size. It's taken a lot longer to grow than the cauliflower, which is interesting. More broccoli, more cabbage. And this one's fairly dense, but you can just see there's like caterpillar poop. Not great. A little smaller. There was another cauliflower here. Here's another cauliflower, again, taking longer than the others. I think there was another one right there, but lots of eggplant. Continues to grow. We just actually harvested a bunch of it, but there's still it just keeps growing. So I think we determined we like the big ones the best. But I mean, yeah, there's just lots of eggplant. Oh, here's another one that's still growing. I'll show our harvest here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to this. Olivia said there was a lot, but more than I thought. This bed was actually just crazy. I actually just pulled out a bolted arugula here, and I was like, I gotta film this. So this bed was hugely overgrown. Our bok choy here, which we never really ate. Gotta get better about that. I think we'll still eat it this week. we just got to get on it quick before it bolts. A few Swiss chard, looking pretty good actually. There's some green onions in here that have just been overtaken and smashed, but you can see those are just like bunching green onions. We've already harvested a few bunches to use, but I'm hoping I gotta get more of this out to not overwhelm it. This is our kohlrabi, starting to bulb up nice. Purple kohlrabi and some green kohlrabi. They're not really, the green ones aren't really bulbing very well, but we planted these like they were stunted seedlings. I think I got them out here too late, so they're not doing great. Peppers are still kind of going. I think I'm gonna cut these back and maybe dig them out and overwinter some of them, especially this bunch right here, which were like the expensive seeds for like the bell pepper type. But yeah, I mean, still peppers in here. Quite a bit actually. But yeah, they're on their last legs. It's too cold for them. The basil, still looking crazy. We let it kind of flower a lot. We just took off a bunch of the flowers that were blooming on there. I think we're gonna make our last batch of pesto. We've been getting a ton of pestos done here. Pineapple, guava, the very tall white sapote, still not really branching, still losing its leaves. I was told maybe to bend it over and then it would grow branches from where it is, or I could just top it, but I don't quite want to do that yet. You can see how low the soil level is. The other 3 beds have been topped off. This one has not. I'll be doing that this winter. Going to be making a custom bulk potting mix here pretty soon. I'm working on to plant up all of our potted plants. We stopped watering the strawberries just because they keep getting eaten by the possum, number one, and they weren't producing well. They were like rotting on the vine, so they're just every man for himself, whoever is surviving, but those will probably come out sooner than later. All right, the trees real quick. Got the apple, has not lost any leaves yet, but looking good. The pear we tied down, I don't know if I showed that before, but the strings broke, so I got stronger string that we're gonna tie the branches out so they spread out. The peach is the only tree that's lost almost all of its leaves. They're all supposed to lose their leaves, but they're going slow. The nectar plum looking good. The apricot looking good. And then the plum has lost a good amount of leaves. All of these will be pruned further this winter once I can get a better look at them, once the leaves are gone. You can see all the leaves down here. And then I finally, like I mentioned earlier, got rid of all of our dirt pile here. I'm going to be kind of working this area over the next month or two to prepare for planting our, I think we're gonna put the gym avocado tree here. So that's a nice spot for the gym. Looking forward to that. All right, almost done. The big avocado tree, I was looking at it again. I found more avocados than I had previously saw. I think we have at least 20 on here. But yeah, it's starting to put some new growth on, especially in the front on the south side here. It's getting ready to flower to set up our next fruit set. But yeah, again, I still think this is the biggest one, front and center. These should be ready in around March, so only a few more months. Could probably start earlier than that, but they're everywhere. Here's a larger cauliflower that was probably due to be harvested a day or two ago. But I still have 2 in the fridge I need to eat. But yeah, this needs to come out. You can see it's starting to kind of be a little loose in the head. But yeah, big cauliflower. Artichokes are looking pretty good. This one was basically dead when we left for our trip, and it's rebounded. But yeah, they're both looking pretty good. More cabbage, more cabbage. More broccoli, more broccoli, more arugula. The marigold's looking pretty good. And then more onion seedlings, which these are actually doing pretty good too. That's a good one. So we'll see. I don't know how much onions we're gonna get. The passion fruit, this one has not lost many leaves, staying green, filling out pretty good. Considering doing a little bit more trellising that way. We'll see. Anyway, that's a quick, not so quick update. We'll see ya in the new year. Happy holidays. Oh, sorry. Almost forgot. Little eggplant harvest. Still going strong. All right, bye. Oh, sorry, one last thing. These guys over here, the dragon fruit and some of the older fig trees, I'm probably just gonna get rid of. They're duplicates. I need to move the dragon fruit onto the sun now because they're obviously starting to grow quite a bit. See, that one's, yeah, a lot. All right, Jack says goodbye. Bye.